Hi YouTube, and welcome to this episode of Shelby Vlogs Every Other Day of April with CodenameMreeb, also known as Mary. I have a special guest here. This is Andrew Wade. You might have seen him from other videos that I've done this week. I'm probably going to post this in a few days, so I'm pre-filming it. Andrew's going to be silly. So back in the day during Vlog Every Day in November, I did this video where I interviewed Mary with a bunch of questions, and so I decided it would be fun to do that with Wade. Where'd he go? Hunter, have you seen him? No? So I found questions to ask your best friend. They're different questions from what I asked Mary. I looked at a few of them. There are 40 important questions you should totally ask your BFF. How do you feel about that, Wade?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's a lot of questions.
What was the name of the first person you ever had a crush on? Why did you like them? This sounds like your Most Honest Man in the World show.
I think in elementary school I thought one girl who was a couple years older than me was cute. I think her name might have been Nicole.
And why did you? Just because she was cute?
Yeah. Well, it's like the first person I'd be like, they're pretty.
They're pretty. It was the last.
No.
What is one thing you regret having done or not done in your life?
Well, if we want to go back to the Honest Man show, it would be breaking up with that one girl the way that I did.
Which girl? Wait.
I'm not going to say her name in case I'm not supposed to. But the main one in the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which parent do you identify with the most?
Probably my dad.
You do talk a lot.
Yeah, we talk
We talk about a lot about science.
Science and politics and puns.
And puns.
Have a lot of good 2 a.m. talks in the kitchen growing up.
Yeah. What do you think you cook or bake the best?
Stir fry?
Stir fry? What do I cook or bake the best?
I haven't tried enough of your cooking show.
We will get on that someday. If you could change your first name, what would it be?
Kyle.
Why Kyle?
Growing up, I just made a decision at some point that if I ever had to like run away and like start a new life in a new town, I would have the codename Kyle. That's my fake name.
What would your last name be?
I did not decide that.
Kyle Wade. Can you hula hoop?
Nope.
What embarrasses you the most in front of other people?
So much.
The most, though.
The most?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was accidentally covered in someone else's blood, would be embarrassing, I guess.
I think questionable. Like,
yeah.
Why are you covered in those blood?
Although more embarrassing, covered in somebody else's snot. That would be most. I'm trying to think of most embarrassing scenarios, and these are all pretty bad. Let's move on.
Have you considered running for president?
Well, I'm eligible to run for president, so.
He's American. He's exotic.
Yeah, I could lead both countries at the same time.
Just like that? Is that what Ted Cruz was doing?
No, he renounced his Canadian citizenship.
Yeah. If you had to choose one thing you were most passionate about, what would it be and why?
I really like inspiring people and I really like mentoring people. So that's not one thing, that's two things.
Who are you most envious of, real or fictional, and why?
I try not to be envious of people. Next question.
Where is the most beautiful place on Earth and why?
I haven't been all that very many places on Earth.
That you've seen.
I'm going to say the most beautiful place on Earth is in the eyes of someone who deeply cares about you.
Aw, that sounds so nice.
Well, not if they do that.
Are ghosts real?
No.
Are aliens real?
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to know.
How old is the most expired item in your fridge?
Oh, well, I share a fridge with two other people.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not there right now, so I can't check. So I'm going to assume like 4 months expired.
Are your feet the same size?
Yes.
What's the saddest song you've ever heard?
Possibly A Boy and His Frog, which is Kermit the Frog singing about the death of Frank Oz.
Isn't it the death of Jim Henson?
Jim Henson, sorry. Jim Henson.
Who did you say?
I said Frank Oz. Sorry. Jim Henson.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's really sad.
How about the sweetest song?
I don't know
death.
what I would think of as the sweetest song.
Do you know how to play dominoes?
Maybe. I think I do.
You mostly
I know how to put the tiles down. I just assume it's more complicated than that.
You just like match them.
I've played it before.
What's under your bed?
Under my bed, there's a clay thing that I like shape of my face.
Oh, yeah.
To make masks on top of, although it kind of flattens, so it doesn't really work. I've got a bag full of costume items. I've got a Harry Potter clay sheet, sleeping bag, painting supplies.
You have a lot of things under your bed.
Yeah, probably a lot of dust. A lot of dust.
Have you ever prank called someone?
Nope.
I like your quick answers.
We got a lot of questions to get through.
100 kittens or 3 baby sloths?
100 kittens seems like a really difficult to look after. 3 baby sloths.
Are you proud of what you're doing with your heart and time right now?
I just went on vacation to visit people and not work constantly, so that's good.
And you're happy and proud of that?
I'd say in life I'm 50% to happy and proud of how I spend my heart and time.
Okay. The next question is why or why not? Kind of. Did we do that?
Yeah, it's just life balance could be a little more balanced when I get home.
Yeah. How many bones have you broken?
1 in my wrist while bicycling to a poetry workshop.
Really?
Yeah. I went to the entire workshop thinking I just pulled something because it felt like a strain. So I was massaging the area.
Oh.
And then by the end of the 3-hour workshop, I had trouble holding onto my pencil. So then I went to the campus clinic. They told me to go get an x-ray by going to emergency. And after 5 hours after it happened, my wrist started hurting with the power of 1,000 suns.
Have you ever won anything, big or small?
Yep. Playwriting competitions. I've been nominated for acting awards. I guess I won an acting award in grade 12. I won a trophy from a bullhead derby when I was a kid.
That's a catfish thing.
Right? Yeah.
Isn't it?
I don't know. We call them bullheads. It's a fish.
Oh, I thought it was
on the Fraser River.
Maybe it's a carp. Bullhead carp?
I don't know. Yeah, I've won things. But I should win more.
Hint, hint. If you could buy one material thing and money was not an issue, what would it be? Lifetime supply of magic cards? All the magic cards in the world?
Well, no, then I'd have no one to play with.
No, one of each, or just
That would be too much to try and process and put together. I don't know. I mean, I kind of like things that just make life, that simplify life. So it would be you never have to pay rent again, or
So maybe a house?
Yeah, we have to have property taxes and all that.
Yeah, but then if you bought a house, then you'd have someplace to live when you're an old person. Yeah.
There are always places to live. I like rent. So I don't know. I'm gonna say a card that gets me free food at the grocery store.
That'd be really
the rest of my life.
What's your favorite plant?
Cactus.
What food will you absolutely not, under any circumstances, eat?
Someone else's vomit? Does that count as food?
Oh, it started out as food.
What's that? There's some Indian food. I worked on a show with a bunch of people from India, and there's a catering for between the last couple shows, and some of the food's amazing and fantastic, and something else was extremely pickled something or other that was just boo. They were like, "Are you sure you want to try that?" I'm like, "I want to try everything." I should not have tried it.
You should.
Don't know what it was.
What's the best way to comfort you when you're having a really terrible day? Hugging.
That helps.
Is it the best way though?
Some terrible days it's just like, I just want to be by myself.
Well, screw you, man.
So yeah, I don't know, relieving me of like the little things that need to get done.
So, like washing your dishes and
yeah.
That's why he's been washing my dishes.
Or maybe writing me a nice note. I like nice notes and thank you notes and things like that.
Good to know. Has anyone ever saved your life before?
When I was young, like 12.
Or 17.
No, like 12. I was just pretty miserable and upset with life. Oh, no, 10. That was 10. Yeah, when I was 10, I was pretty miserable. Just didn't like life, didn't like who I was or what, any of that. And at that time, I needed to believe that there was a higher force that was like a benevolent force that would be like, always pushing my life in a good direction.
Like God or something?
Yeah. Okay. So I needed to believe in God then. If I hadn't had that, I just kept wallowing in my own dislike of myself and not believing that I could, fix myself or anything like that, then it could have gone poorly. Yeah.
I'm glad you had that then.
Mm-hmm. Next.
Would you ever adopt a child?
Yeah.
What is one thing you're embarrassed to admit you want to try?
I don't know, I'm not embarrassed to admit that I want to, but I'm terrified of skydiving.
Would you want to try WWE wrestling?
I would want to try WWE wrestling. I just want to play in a wrestling ring that's like set up, so it's got like that kind of trampoline-y, like you've got the ropes to bounce off of. I just want to play in them. Yeah.
If you were a cake, which cake would you be?
If I was a cake.
If you were a cake.
See, I know what cakes I like, but I don't know what cake I would be.
Carrot cake. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah. What cake would I be?
Chocolate cake?
This is where we cut, and it's like half an hour later, and she's still listing all the kinds of cakes she can think of.
A lemon cake, a strawberry shortcake.
I'm gonna say a heavily frosted lemon cake.
I would eat you. That's me asking the next question. What is the most important material possession you have, and why?
Computer? I mean, my computer or my rain pants, or my bicycle.
Oh yeah, those are.
I guess the bicycle would be more important than the rain pants.
Yeah, because you wouldn't need the rain pants if you didn't have the bicycle.
But yeah, probably my computer. I do spend more time on using that than anything else.
You do. What is the most important memory you have, and why?
I don't know if I have one.
When was the last time you cried?
I also don't know the answer to that one. I don't really cry much.
I cried today. I went to a concert and I got emotional.
Yeah, so I've only once ever cried at a movie.
Which movie?
Guerra, the Wrath of God, and I cried like an hour later while thinking about the movie.
I cried so much while watching The Return of the King, just because of the fact that it was the last movie, and I felt like I had nothing else to look forward to for the rest of my life.
Please. Then you found out you had terrible Hobbit movies to look forward to.
Yay! Yeah.
And you could read the Silmarillion and go, wow, this is a
really
complete
difficult
encyclopedia.
I tried reading the Silmarillion. I kept getting lost. How old was your mother when she had you?
Early 20s.
How old's your mom?
That's a good question. Was she born like 59? Yeah. So I think she was born in 59. Figure out the math.
59 minus 39. 29. 59.
How old do you think I am?
I said the wrong number. 2016 minus 1959. That would be how old she is now.
I think that makes her 57.
2000. What year is it? 16 minus 1959 is 57.
Yeah.
Minus 29. She was 28.
Really? I might just be dead wrong about her birth year too. I know she was born on Flag Day.
What day is Flag Day?
The day after Valentine's Day.
Is that a Canadian or American?
I don't know.
I don't know if we have a Flag Day.
Probably American. They're big on their flags.
Which famous person would you like to be BFFs with?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Or Andy Richter. I want to be Andy Richter. Okay, the question about envy, Andy Richter.
Is there anything you wish you had said sorry for but never did?
Probably. But though I try to do a lot of sorry and forgiveness stuff in life.
I say sorry.
I'm going to be ambiguous here, but I'm going to say a situation where I thought something was a date, but it wasn't. And I should have.
You've had a few of those.
For misreading that. Yeah, I do that.
You've had a few of those. It's okay.
Is this a date?
Sure.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, I got it right. Okay. Anything else?
40 is there anything I can do that will make your heart rest easier, your life run smoother? Me.
Just like once a month, just like leaving me a nice message.
Dear Andrew, you are really important to me and you have a nice face. Send.
Yeah, it's like a paragraph. I'm a big words person.
I could mail you a letter.
You could.
Anyway,
She likes it.
I do. I love this. I think that is it. Those were all the questions. This is a lot less footage that I will have to cut than what me and Mary had.
Good.
Mary and I had like 40 minutes, I think, of footage. And it was 40 questions.
I think this has been like half an hour.
This has been 22 minutes and 39 seconds.
Oh.
There's a timer.
I thought that was the. I've been very quickly glancing at it, so I didn't notice that it was actually going up. I thought that was the time of day. No, that's not right. I'm used to 24-hour clocks.
I know you are.
Yeah.
So that's everything. You now know everything you need to know about Andrew Edward David Wade.
No.
David Edward.
Come on.
Andrew David Edward Wade.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah. Kyle Daniels here, signing out. The last name would be Daniels, apparently.
I like it. Maybe I can date him. Oh, snap. I'm kidding.
She won't let me leave. She barred the door. Please, send help. Can you distract her for a moment? Yeah, just like shout something at your computer screen. Just.
Hey, that's really rude. That's really racist. No, you don't. Get back here.